And we're back with some more Spyro 2. Last time we got the swim underwater ability from Hunt for Moneybags, and so going in, we're gonna get some more of the gems here, as well as a orb here in this part, and then we're gonna progress with some more of the levels. Like that. Oh, there we go. Alright. Sorry if I make some misplays here. I'm paying attention to both the screen right in front of me. Here's an orb. The screen right in front of me. I'm recording this with OBS after all, instead of the program Elgato wanted me to use because that bitch don't work. Seriously, Elgato, make your goddamn software work with like the default stuff instead of forcing people to download a completely different software there for your shit. Anyway, next orb is right here.
You look like you're pretty agile. Let's try putting it to a test. See if you can get up this first step. Press the jump button and hold it down to get more hang time.
That's what I've been doing this whole time. So yeah, basically, Hunter here is just teaching you how to glide, which, if you've played Spyro 1, this is pretty irrelevant.
Nice job. Now try to do a hover. Press the jump button, then press.
Now this is the new mechanic for Spyro 2, hover.
Press the action button to hover. Hovering will give you extra height.
You press the A button or X button if you're playing on the PS4, or if you're playing the Switch version, it would be the B button, and you press whatever is the action button into hover.
Good. Now the hardest leap of all. You'll have to give this one everything you got. Get a walking start, jump, glide, and hover just before you get to the edge of the platform. Don't forget to press forward on the left stick when you hover.
Quarter up demonstratum.
Wow, you're
Give me my
a
orb.
good athlete. If I hadn't lost my running shoes, I'd take you on for real. For now, here's an orb for your collection.
And Baba Booey. Oh, and now would be a good time to mention, yes, the Spyro Reignited Trilogy does have cheat codes. The cheat codes, with the exception of the 99 Lives cheat code, are purely cosmetic. I think I might show off one of the cheat codes at a later point, because it's one that I personally have a tendency of using. And for those wondering, yes, there is a retro cheat code that makes Spyro look like how he did in PS1. Anyway, off to Idle Springs, what is more likely to be your first level. But of course, since we did Colossus first, we can actually get everything here. God, I love this spot. Playing this on New Game Plus makes things so much easier. Oof. Weeb. Pathetic. Fucking weebs.
Spyro! The idols we were carving have come to life! They've locked us out of our temples and stolen our food!
Nothing I can do. Sniped. By the way, if I was wondering if you can break those locks with the special fire breath, the answer is no. Oh, and by the way, yes, whenever Spyro gets hit, Sparks is basically your health indicator. This is one of those like old games where you have hit points instead of a full-fledged health bar, like in the later Spyro games. I would like to do a playthrough of the post-Insomniac Spyro games, specifically whatever I own, but that's not going to be for a while. The way shit's going down in the US, yeah, I ain't doing that for a while. Yeah, that's it. By the way, this is what Spyro looks like when he's underwater. He doesn't have any idle animations, so that's sad. But anyway, let's get some more gems. By the way, any references that I make to the Nintendo Switch, spoiler warning, none of them are positive. You can probably guess that I don't have the best of opinions of the Nintendo Switch. Anyway, so this is why we needed the dive ability, because without it, we would have to come back later in order to, like, get the dive ability.
I've been locked in here with all our tools.
So we can do this.
The giant idleheads won't let the workers in unless we can solve the 3 puzzles they've given us. The first puzzle is to turn all these blocks yellow. If you have trouble, come back and talk to me.
So yeah, now initially, when I first played this, I struggled with this admittedly, but who hasn't? But here's the answer. Just jump on each of the corners.
Wow, Spyro, you did it! I knew you could do it. Now, meet me at the pond for the next challenge.
Alright, that's number 1. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason why you needed the swim underwater ability from Moneybags, because without it you'd be screwed out of this orb and you would have to come back later. Yeah, Spyro 2 does have a lot of backtracking, but it's only really an issue if you don't have the special fireball, as I'll call it for the time being.
He's got a sensitive stomach, so watch what kind of fish you feed him.
So yeah, now for this one, you have to shoot blue and yellow fish. Ah shit. And yes, we're cooking these fish well done, which is the ideal way to cook your meat. Whether it be salmon, steak, chicken, bacon, gotta cook that shit well done. Boom. Come on, yoink. Boop. But if I was wondering, I said it before, but I'm playing this on the reignited controls, which, if I recall correctly, left trigger, what it does is that it basically reorientates the camera, while right trigger allows you to shoot your fire breath. Boop. Of course, this level introduces enemies with metal, while Colossus introduces big enemies. And as evidence, see, you can't break the locks, you have to save the people. You gotta have some epics if you want to progress with the level. Which,
Those metal shields are making enemies invulnerable to your flame attack. If you press and hold the charge button, you can defeat them with your charge attack.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. So yeah, metal enemies, ram into them. Or you can do what I tend to do, and that it is boop, use the special fireball on them. Now, this is also where another skill point is located, so that's an easy extra life. Now, this one's a bit tricky if you don't know how you're supposed to get it. Luckily, since this is 100%, I mean, we are playing Spyro 2 after all. It'd be a crime not to do 100%. Especially with how piss easy getting 100% in this game is. If you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing. Which, to be fair, getting 100% in this game...
Left or right, use the right stick.
Would you like to do my job for me? But anyway. So yeah, with the right stick, you move the camera like so. Ah, you bastard. Whew. Yeah, just like that, Spyro got hit, and now Sparks is blue. Honestly, I think the blue on Spyro on Sparks works better.
If you jump on these stones in the correct order, you will solve the puzzle. I only know what the first one is. It's up to you to figure the rest out.
Luckily, I know what the correct answer is. And there we go. Baba Booey.
Spyro. You're pretty smart for a dragon. All I have to give you is this shiny thing I found in our toolbox.
Orb. Yoink. Going in. Now there's still one more orb for us to get, and then we can get the talisman. Look at me go. By the way, just be glad Spyro doesn't say "Youch" every time he bumps into something. Oh, you are going to hate Spyro's voice. Well enough, Spyro has actually had multiple different voice actors over the years. Of course, Tom Kenny is one of them. He's one of the notable voice actors of Spyro. But also, apparently, Josh motherfucking Keaton voiced Spyro in the, if I remember correctly, he voiced Spyro in the Skylander games. Which is rather, like, surprising, because I didn't know he voiced Spyro in the Skylander games. As well as in Skylanders Academy, the Netflix show. Which I have not seen. I probably might check it out of boredom, because, well, being inside after a while does make you bored. Unless you're an artist. Or art person, so... Here's the next orb, and god damn it, I botched it already. Wonderful start. Yeah, wouldn't be me if I didn't screw something up. Supercharge. And boom. Zap. Summon power 4.
The hula girl's ring dance blew up that idol like a Roman candle.
Actually, what's the Hawaiian,
Pursue that
like, equivalent to 4?
Take this.
It's not Maui, but I know Maui's the most famous, like, mythological figure in Hawaiian mythology. I just now think about it, every... Oh, hey, we got all the orbs. Now that I think about it, every single mythology has, like, that one, like, individual that everyone thinks of. Like, Greek mythology has a lot of them. Like, you have Zeus, you have Poseidon, you have Hades. With Rome, you have Hercules, Herc the Jerk. Yeah, contrary to popular belief, Hercules is not a Greek mythological figure, although that's with an asterisk. The Greek mythology equivalent to Hercules is Heracles, and this is how you get the skill point. Just stand on this little idol here, and bada boom. Easy extra life. Anyway, so yeah, Heracles is what Hercules is known as in Greek mythology. But of course, just like how Ares is known as Mars, in Roman mythology, Heracles is known as Hercules. With Norse mythology, you have Jormungandr, Thor, Fenrir, Odin, Loki. Let's see, what does Japan have? Amaterasu, Yamata no Orochi, Chi. Crap, I'm trying to think of someone else. What's the name of that other guy? Fuck. Who was it that I'm thinking of? By the way, yes, I know we could have destroyed this thing earlier, but it's like, whatever. There we go, that's all the gems. Now we can get the talisman. Luckily this level is probably rather short, so give me a butterfly. It'll dawn on me later. Yeah, it'll dawn on me later. Let's see. Chinese mythology has, of course, the characters of Journey to the West, obviously, which, by the way, I'm going to say this right now, for those who want a bit of an idea as to what Journey to the West is, it's basically the prelude to every single...
If you want a permanent job, we've got a place for you here. But for the moment, I want you to have this talisman.
Anyway, so Journey to the West is basically like a prelude to every single shonen, like, manga and anime in existence. Like, all the shonen tropes are there in Journey to the West. That'd be it. Just vibing. More gems for us. Anyway. So yeah, mythology lesson out of the way. Let us continue with some more Spyro. We still have some time. Yeah, like I said, Spyro 2 is likely going to be longer than Spyro 1 because of how many cutscenes there are. Did I hit all those gems there? I did. Bada boom. Alright. Now, for this next orb, we can't get all the orbs in this area.
Spyro. Keep collecting talismans to help us defeat Ripto before he can take over Avalar. Oh, and keep collecting those orbs too. The professor thinks they will help you get back to the Dragon World.
Good to know. So anyway. So for this orb, we can't necessarily get it yet because we need to get the climbability first. So we're gonna have to come back here later. In the meantime, we can get some extra lives. What do you have to say?
Your game camera is currently in passive mode. This mode requires you to manually control the camera. If you'd like, I can change the game camera to use active mode. In active mode, the camera adjusts itself based on your movement.
No.
Okay, I won't change it. Remember, you can change the camera.
The only time you should ever use active mode is if your right stick doesn't work, which luckily mine does. But of course, if your right stick stops moving, you might as well just get a new controller at that point.
Nice work, Spyro.
And since we have enough orbs,
You have activated the special portal. You won't find a talisman in Ocean Speedway, but if you're fast, you'll get lots of treasure. Have fun.
we'll get into the flying world when we get there, because I do not have nice things to say about the flying levels in Spyro in general. I do not have nice things to say about them. Let's get these gems here.
Say, Spyro, you see this wall here? I bet you're dying to know what's on the other side. If only I had a few more gems, I might be able to remember how to lower the wall. Ah, yes. The sparkling beauty of those gems seems to have jogged my memory.
Eat a fat one, you damn Ursine. More gems. At the very least, we can take those. Let's see. And I think that's gonna have to be it for now. And that'll be all the gems we can obtain for now. So let's go into our next level, and of course we have the freedom to choose. So let's do Ripto's, since that one we can actually get everything. So yeah, like I said, Spyro 2 does have a lot more backtracking in it, but since we have our little special fireball, yeah, I'm gonna, because I'm doing this 100%, I'm also gonna show exactly how you unlock this. He's just straight up mean. You just killed that dude, that guy. That guy is fucking dead. Asshole.
We've always had trouble with the gear grinders, but now they've set up force fields to separate us. If you find diodes, you can use them to turn off the force fields. I think there's a diode around here somewhere,
Use the
but
diodes.
my eyesight isn't what it
There's
used
an
to
electric
be.
conduit. Let's see. So he wants us to use the diode field to cause to disrupt the electric force field. I see. Makes sense. Oh shit. Now, in terms of skill points, we have all the windmills. You may have noticed that I am destroying these windmills. Yeah, we have to destroy those for a skill point. So, now what you're supposed to do is use a little ability, a little like special power that we are able to use later on in order to... Oh! I should have hovered there. But there goes me being a careless fool. So yeah. Just disrupt the electricity in the force field. Because of course, matter cannot be created or destroyed. And of course, you have to have the electrical conduit, the electricity within said conduits go elsewhere. You could probably guess I was the science kid back at school. The science and math kid. Which is kind of funny when you look at like media depictions of like schools and how students seem to consistently struggle with math, but it's like math is actually pretty easy once you actually get the hang of it. If anything, reading is more of a hassle for me. It's the reason why I don't read books. I read webcomics. But yeah, like the reason why I don't read books because I find reading to be more of a pain in the ass than mathematics. At least with mathematics, you can wrap your head around the various equations. But with reading, it's like all the words just mesh together to become one amorphous blob, and it's very easy to lose track of like where you're at. So yeah, that's the reason why I don't read books. At least
If you can replace them all
lightning stones. What the fuck?
generator, I'd be very grateful.
That ain't very sciencey of you. But yeah. So, you could just try to put the orbs in the machine, or you can do what I do and just get rid of these guys first. Because if you don't, these guys, those like purple enemies here, I don't know what they're named. So we're just gonna call them the Lightning Thief because Percy Jackson. Has anyone ever seen that movie, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief? Apparently that shit was based on a book. Which I never read. But yeah, back when I was in school, I was always more of the art, science, and math kid. And for some reason, history as well. Don't ask why. Some things just seem to overlap. Like, if someone's like good at science, they're probably also good at math, since those two tend to overlap with each other. And like, science definitely requires a lot of mathematics and equations. So yeah. Alright, all the purple enemies are donezo, so now this will be a lot easier. Ah, shit. Yeah, don't ask why Spyro bumps into these, like, stones. Don't ask why. I sure as hell can't tell you. You know, when it's like, just pick them up. Pick them up, Spyro. And last one. Boom. God damn it. Give me.
Thank you, Spyro. I found this shiny thing mixed up with our lightning stones. Please, take it as a reward.
Alright, now that that's done, let's progress to the rest of the level. By the way, for those wondering if I'll ever do a playthrough of Dawn of the Monsters, I would unfortunately have to say no, sadly. Because I really don't want to have to delete my save. Especially since I got all S ranks now. God, I love this little fireball. Ah, crap, I should have said science. Science, I love this infinite fireball. Forgot, atheist by technicality. Oh, I could probably explain why I say atheist by technicality, but it's like, it'd be pointless. Because let's face it, atheism is like the new hip thing.
Building over there? The gear grinders are using it to steal our electricity. Please help us by shutting down the machinery inside.
Bastards, do they know how much pollution that's gonna cause? We can't afford any more pollution. I'll kill him.
Spyro, you have done well so far. You could have this little trinket for good luck. If you have any questions about shutting down the factory, just ask me.
Bada boom, that's another orb.
The next glides get tricky. You'll have to use your hover maneuver to make them. Press the action button during a glide to hover and get extra high. Remember to press the action button when you're very close to the windmill, or you won't make it.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom.
Spyro, help! The switch to turn off the gear grinder factory is in that room, but, it's awfully noisy in there.
Alright. Boom.
Thanks for shutting down the factory. Here, I found this stuck between the gears. You can have it if you want.
Alright, that's all the orbs. Which now just leaves gems and talismans. That's all the gems.
You've deactivated all of the electric barriers. We've been guarding this talisman from the gear grinders. Please, take it as a reward.
And there you go. That's Ripto's. We're done. Damn. That sound of gems. You can actually hear a little explosion there in the distance. Sunny Beach. It's the next level for the next part. But I think while we're here, we might as well just jump right in, see the cutscene, and then we can actually start Sunny Beach proper in the next part. So let's watch the cutscene, get this out of the way. Ouch. Toils. Alright, so with that, we're gonna call it a part here. If you enjoy this part, feel free to do the usual YouTube stuff, like liking and subscribing. And if you want to check out my non-gaming related stuff, feel free to check my DeviantArt and my Tumblr page, link in the description. So, until then, I'll see you all another time. See ya.